quarterback is he does make plays on things that break down, and he has to scramble and get outside the pocket, and he can make some explosive plays that way. So you got to be aware of that. Up front they're playing a lot of different guys that they try to be physical and tough and win the line of scrimmage. So obviously that's important. You got to be ready to take that challenge on. So we got to be able to address that. 83 is a fast guy. When he catches the ball or gets the ball on a handoff, he can make things happen. Obviously he's pretty dynamic on special teams, but he does get the ball on offense and do some things. So you got to be aware of where those guys are, and you got to play.
Jarvis Jones had such a big game each of the last 2 years against us. Is it unlikely for a Floyd or for a Jordan Jenkins, or because Murphy's playing now, they may not just be sitting back there like? I just didn't know if there's the potential for a breakout game for.
Well, we'll find out. That's why you play the games. That's why you work. That's why you develop guys, and we'll see how it goes.
We've seen kind of a theme develop over these past couple of years of this rivalry, especially since Muschamp's taken over.
Well, obviously, we all know it's an important game. It's an SEC East game. We know that if we want to continue with the aspirations that we got to win the game. We all understand that, and that in itself makes it a big game. The fact that the fan bases. Our fan base has such a passion for the game, obviously that makes it important too. So we understand what's at stake and what we've got to do. So we've been working hard, preparing, and got to go play the game.
Todd, did the targeting calls and the things that happened in the Vanderbilt game get lost a pretty good defensive effort, maybe some improvement made in that game over and beyond what was recognizable because of the loss?
I actually thought we played better in that game, but at the end of the day, you got to play the hand you're dealt, and you either win or you lose. We didn't win, so we got to move on and learn from it. But there were some strides made, and I thought some guys did some good things. So hopefully we can build on that and continue to improve.
Has there been an emphasis on, especially the way that game went, to start going low on guys?
Well, that was. I understand the rule. And we've been coaching the rule, and we'll continue to coach the way we've been coaching it. So I understand the rule.
Harvey Clemens out there, how did he do?
He moved around in practice, and we'll let him go full tomorrow and see how he responds. I think the key will be how he feels tomorrow relative to how much work he got today, because he really did pretty much everything we would ask him to do in a practice, and we'll just have to wait and see how he feels tomorrow. But right now, it's on target for him to be able to help us and contribute.
If he does play, is he even in the nickel? Could he still play strong safety? Did you like what you saw out of Damian at the Star and out of the team?
Yeah, I think I think Damian plays the nickel well. I've always thought that. That's where he played last year, and he had some positive plays for us. He led our team in interceptions. He's an instinctive guy. He kind of has a knack for what's going on in there, and when you play in there, things happen a little bit quicker. But there's things that allow you to play certain way, leverages based upon the coverage and formations and things. And he did a good job with that. But if Josh is back, we'll continue to let Josh play that role and play Cinco outside. But there's nothing that says that moving forward we couldn't switch that.
Is Sheldon Dawson a guy that maybe gets some more time in that nickel package?
Yeah, well, if Josh couldn't play, then and we move Cinco, then we feel like Sheldon gives us the next best chance to contribute. He's a big physical guy. He got a little dinged up in August and probably put him behind a little bit as we move forward, and he never really got caught up probably where he wanted to or we wanted him to. But to his credit, he's worked hard and he's practiced, and I thought he earned the right to play in the Vanderbilt game, and he actually played in some other situations before the injury and did a pretty good job, and we'll reward guys that work hard and show improvement in practice, and he did that. He's a young player, he's only a sophomore, so we're going to continue to work and develop him, and he'll get some snaps.
One more question for me about Jarvis. What enabled him to be so successful against Florida? You look at the two Florida games and the Missouri game seem to be like the three that really
playmakers show up in big games. He's obviously a playmaker. He kind of understood the game plan and where he needed to fit, and he did a good job of preparing and watching tape and understanding the weaknesses of the team, the guys he was going against and the things he could do. And And the thing about Jarvis is he played whatever his athletic ability was, whatever you can say. He played it all 4 quarters, and he made a lot of plays in the fourth quarter. And I think if you go back and look at the Florida game, a lot of his big plays came in the fourth quarter. And, you know, he's the kind of guy that he just keeps coming and grinding and wearing people down. And when you do that and you play that relentless, that's when you make big plays.
Why